Today I'm going to give you a high-level overview of DuoChat, a tutorial available through Google MESOP. Google MESOP is a newer UI framework very similar to Streamlit that allows you to spin up responsive applications just for proof of concepts, maybe demos to clients and things of that nature. So let's get started. Visual tutorial of how to build DuoChat. DuoChat is an interactive web application for chatting with multiple AI models simultaneously. And so you're going to learn how to leverage MESOP's powerful features to create a responsive UI, and you can integrate it with multiple AI APIs. So by the end of this collab, you'll be able to select multiple AI models, compare responses from different models side by side, and provide their own API keys. So the first thing you want to do is set up your development environment. And here in this requirements.txt folder, you can see all the dependencies that you need to install. Once those are installed, we can move on to our main application. A lot of functionality, and I'm going to break it down into different kind of steps. So the first thing I'm going to go over is what makes up our basic UI. So the first thing we have here is this root box style. This is going to make up majority of, the overall layout and background color. We've also included a custom font that you can pass here to the style sheets parameter, and we've also created separate functions that handle the header and the chat input. Both the header and the chat input here, you can see all of the styling that we have, and it just makes the web page look nice, right? And all of these layouts use nested box components, which allow the custom styles to be centered and have a responsive design that are going to allow a user to interact with our chat input. So our chat input function, we're going to add a state class, and this is to manage the application state, including the user's input. An onBlur function, which focuses, within a given text area. And then lastly, a send prompt function. This is a function that's going to be called when the send button is clicked. Application to be able to implement a dialog for selecting different AI models. So we're going to create a data model.py file, and this structure allows us to manage multiple conversations, select models, and API keys. So here we're also going to create a dialog.py file. This will allow us to implement the model picker. So this is based on the dialog pattern. So we will go through here and kind of create the UI for it and then update our main.py to use this. So with the addition of the data model and the dialog.py file, we can now go back into our main file and see where we're importing those and how they're being used. So this updated code adds the features of a model picker that allows the user to select the different AI models and enter the appropriate API keys, state management for selected models and API keys, a model switcher in the chat input, and a dialog of models based on whether the corresponding API key has been entered. To set up your API models of your choice, here where the demo is set up to use two different ones, Claude and Gemini. Gemini, you are able to get a free API key and use the free version. I recommend doing that just to go ahead and set it up, and then you can set up the Claude one later. Place in the respective code, we can go ahead and run the application. So to run it, you just do MESOP main.py, and it's going to launch a localhost URL on your local server. You click it, it'll take you to a responsive web page, and here you can go ahead. I've loaded example prompts, and then you can go ahead and select the type of model that you want. Once again, I didn't pass a Claude configuration, so right now we just have Gemini because we don't have a Claude key. You pick your model, confirm, send, and it's going to give you this nice responsive, almost like chat GPT type chat box. And this is super great for when you just need to do really quick demos or things for clients. And